You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out.
Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. Q50 and Jeff are determined, well, were on Jeff's behalf and are on Q50's behalf. They're determined to mark themselves in the rap game, not as the best rappers, not as the hardest working rappers that they could be. You know, if they put time and effort into it, they want to mark themselves as the takers. You know, take your kid by any means. You know, we taking. But like for real, it don't make sense to me like to take someone's stuff, start a WAR in which I'm a rapper. I'm more than likely, I could suffer the consequences of it, but 9.7 out of 10 is gonna be my homies, my associates, or my family that suffers the consequences of what I did. And these rappers know that. And a lot of them cool with it. That's why the associates and the people that be associated with these rappers be going in on them and cutting them off and going so hard, like Cairo and No Limit be going in on her, just dogging them. You ain't from here. You talk about people that you never met. You really soft like they went at Chief Keef, you know, exposing them. You can't come back. You ain't from here. It's like, because a lot of them do too much and they take too many licks for rappers. You've been dissing on these songs, but we the ones that's getting popped up when we gotta go to the gas station, when we going to school. We gotta watch our back even more and put more blicks in our hand because you in the studio somewhere across the country in Las Vegas, in Dubai, making a track about something you ain't doing. You know, so that's why these people be taxing these rappers, man. But it's like O Block Big A has and he's legendary. Everybody know O Block Big A. He has one of the biggest names. Whether present, past, future, you know, he's gone, but his name. So he has a cousin named that goes by the rap name Big Champ, who's been seen in a lot of O Block videos, so you can't really deny his association with O Block whatsoever. But he wants a feature with Big Taker himself, Q50. I don't know why. That'd be the last person on this green earth that I would want a feature from, just by him rapping what he rap about and him being, you're labeling yourself taking kids. That's what you want to be known as, a kid taker. So why would you have your kid around? See, I don't understand Big Champ's logic. I don't. Like, what made you trust him and lower your guards to the point to where he was able to get it? You know what I'm saying? Cause me, try another. You got to try another Goofy, man. But like I say, Big Champ lowers his guards, and this what happens. Check it out.
Hey, fuck it be like, fucking 50 ain't gonna take me. I ain't gonna watch that.
Man, Big Champ better be ready to be the subject matter of Q50's next song. You know what I'm saying? Q50 might title it, I Took the Champ for His Kid. You know what I'm saying? Q50 don't stop. So honestly, looking at that chain that Q50 took from Champ, that's a nice piece. Well crafted. You know, I know a little bit about jewelry. That was a nice you know, the craftsmanship. Now, the diamonds, it looks as if it's given rainbow vibes. Now, it does have a rainbow glare to it, aka the moissanite look, but moissanite costs less than real diamonds or lab diamonds, but it costs. I bet that chain still was thousands, regardless. But I'm still gotta ask, Big Champ, what did Q50 say and do to you that made you lower your guard to that extent, to where he was able to successfully do that to you? Did he pour you up? He poured you up some of that sleepy? Or did he get you to snort one of them lines that him and Jeff was snorting on DJU? Like, let me know what made you, Big Champ, go there with some people who love to take from people. This is along the line of why Big Jeff is gone now. The taking, and it started with taking. You know, all the interviews where they expressing that they done took an AP, and why would you go without security? Some form of security, not legal, which it probably would have been with me legal, because I can give a two less about fake friends, but you didn't go with security. You didn't have your one or two of your friends there with they blicks out securing you. You didn't have your blick. I don't know if you had your blick, but it couldn't have been out, accessible and ready, because I don't see Q50 going with his move if you do got that on you like that. So you made it to where what we call is sweet. You made it too sweet, swizzle. And it's like, I know you know how to move, Big Champ. I can't say where you're from because I don't know, but you're associated and often hanging around the people that are living in the worst place. I'm gonna say the worst place and worst ghetto in the United States. And it may sound crazy by me saying it like that, but you can go to the news and check the facts. They are saying O Block is labeled the most dangerous specific area, and because you got Chicago is the worst place for violence and all this. You got Chicago, Chicago, LA, and like Philly. But you talking Chicago being, and then they break it down to where the place with the most violence in Chicago, you know, in, like they said, O Block. So I come on my mouth and say O Block is the worst place in the United States type stuff, just to keep it short. But if you moving around them type of people, you know how to move. Why weren't you moving accordingly that day where it was needed? What is going on? Like, Big Champ, you gotta explain to us, man. You roll with the best of them. Dogg. Like, how do you get caught slipping and you're the one that wanted to go to the studio and link up with Q50? So you were not forewarned, but you knew ahead of time, meaning you were in control of your own destiny, because you could have planned it out to get the outcome in your favor. You feel me? But either way, Dogg, Big O Block, what they call him, I don't consider him a soldier. I don't want to say boss, I don't want to say lieutenant either. Man, he's just one of the highest in O Block right now, and he responds to all of this. And that's what we finna get into. Before we do, gotta ask you to please hit that like button. This lets me get in the algorithm so more people can see this and view it. It gets credit what it needs to get credited, like views and everything else. Share this video with family, friends, etc. if you got the time and the patience. I'm not as big on that as I am with subscribing to the channel. if you want to wait to the end of this video to see if I earn your subscription, you can do that. But you got to keep your word if I do earn it, right? Shake my hand on that. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on any and everything this channel produces future-wise. All right? So, O Block Shotta E-Dog does what nobody would ever want done to them. And he disassociates O Block from Big Champ when he writes, he not from O Block. We don't get take and took. God damn, E-Dog, that spelling is horrendous and treacherous, man. Damn. That's how you coming? But no, I ain't laughing at E-Dog like that because I do understand that a lot of these brothers, first of all, it don't really matter when you in the streets and you a savage. Let's just be a whole hundred. Most savages talk like that and got that type of mentality. But on a real level, a lot of these brothers had to drop out of school to grab them blicks, and it was more safer to drop out of school than to keep going to school to where people can track you and come up there, man, and pulverize you. And honestly, sometimes if you're a high enough target and if you done did enough, delete you at school. You know, knowing you going to have to go to school, that's a tracker on you right there. You don't need to put an iPhone tag on you. So, man, y'all got to let me know, man, like, what y'all thinking about all this. Like, do y'all think it was wise for E-Dog to disassociate himself in O Block with Big Champ just because it was going to look like their block took a loss? You know, what's a loss to a block? You know, it's a big thing because it just would have looked bad on them. Like, people would have laughed at them. But, like, who was going to physically be affected by this other than Big Champ anyway? Let's just be honest, E-Dog. You know, but my question towards Big Champ's side, well, my question towards Big Champ to y'all is, do y'all think Big Champ is going to spend on Bloodhounds or needs to be spending on Bloodhounds? You know, and if he doesn't decide to spend about his chain getting took, is he going to be food in Chicago? Let's just be honest. That's the last thing you want to... Man, I ain't going to lie. It almost happened to me in a joint, just being locked up with a whole bunch of dudes from Chicago. And it's always chaos, right? That's just automatically. But it's like, once you be considered weak in any aspect, you are food. Meaning that everybody from the top, from C-heads, CRAC, heads, DOP, E-fiends, hustlers, people with attitude problems, nothing, ninjas, everybody is going to try you now because they're looking at, okay, someone that called you out of your name. Man, somebody called me out of my name, and then right after that, like, you just started, I had to get down on dude too. After the fact, after I had planned my thing out and executed my plan. But at that moment, when he disrespected me, like, everybody from Chicago looked at it as, okay, he's sweet. We can start going in. You feel me? They started vocalizing it and showing me that they didn't give a about me and that the disrespect. You feel me? You become food. Imagine if we was on the streets. Actions behind that. You know, from that point, if, you know, Big Champ couldn't walk the street, he ain't gonna be able to walk the streets of Chicago with that on his name. Especially now with no more jewelry, people just gonna think they can take from him, and no respect is going, like, it's crazy, man, in that type of place, in that type of environment. And I'm not gonna be the one to sit on here and say he need to slide on Bloodhounds, but I'm also not gonna say he don't need to slide because they took you. And as a rapper, that's your what do they consider? Like, that's the main thing a rapper, that's what really identifies and certifies, solidifies you as a rapper. So I can't tell you what you need to do. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section. Along with that, please add that like button. We talked about sharing this. I asked you to subscribe. You said if I earned it, you would do so. Now, I got my hand out to see what you're gonna give me. What we doing? Last but not least, hit that notification bell. You know what to do. This is the self-proclaimed #1 celebrity news reporter on YouTube at this time, Soda TV, the real Soda TV at that. I'm out of here.